Top chat. We want live chat. It's me. Let's see who's going to join in with me first. It says there's one watching, but I don't know who. Mo and Murphy. Good evening, all. What do you mean, good evening, all? There's only you there. Oh, no, it's going to be one of those nights. I can see it coming. Mr. Murphy is first in the house. Cynthia's there. Good evening. I will mention Cynthia a little bit later on when there's millions of people watching. Let me just make a note so I don't forget to mention Cynthia. Now she'll be wondering, what has he got to mention? Hang on, my cushion's. Kerry Balding, good evening. I was going to start this off this evening because it's going to be, I thought there was going to be 20,000 people watching, and I was going to say, good evening, it's 8 o'clock on the 2nd of the 6th, 2024, and there's only 4 people there. Good evening, Anne. Everybody's rushing in now. Look, they've put their glasses of wine down. I've got mine over there, waiting to have a sip. Must we mention? Yes, we must mention Cynthia. It's nothing bad. It's nothing bad, so don't worry. As you can see, I'm back in here. Great. Right. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'm off. I can imagine there's going to be hordes of people rushing in any moment. Tracy, good evening. Look at that. 2 of the Murphy family have signed in already. Hey? And what is the time? It's 2 minutes already. That's it. Good evening. Say good evening to everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We'll just keep this little bit of banter going until the 20,000 people have arrived, and then I will start properly. Mr. Musco might join us this evening. I don't know. He may have forgotten, of course. He doesn't look at Facebook very often. So Cynthia, if you want to message Steve and say, have you remembered Kevin's live tonight? Good evening, Mr. McCagan. Mr. McCagan. Yes, Ian. In with a wonky stick. Good evening, my friend. I hope you've had a good weekend. How's your foot, by the way? How's your foot? That thingy that you suffer from raised its ugly head after the ambling walk, I think. Drove past Shottermill Ponds yesterday at Cynthia Warder for the first time in years. The vegetation was a bit over. They don't take care of it, Kerry. They don't take care of it at all now. It's just left to go wild, which is a shame. It is a shame. It's, you know, I think even the local people used to do a bit of clearing up around there from time to time, but nothing much is happening now. So oh dear, I've just Cynthia, Steve, and I have got a WhatsApp chat. So Cynthia's just messaged him, so I get the update. Good evening, Lynn. Oh, we're in the boudoir. Yeah, are we? Yes, we are. We're back. Steve's there. Look, the message worked. Well done, Cynthia. Oh dear, the stick is better than my foot. Oh no, I got the plantar that word just before the walk. Oh, okay, just before. That's a shame, mate. That's a shame. But yeah, your wonky stick is amazing. A wonky stick with a grip on the bottom with a metal thing. There's no one under the bed tonight, is there? No, my shepherd's crook is. My shepherd's crook. It's better than Dave Ford's, I can tell you, and it's longer. Oh dear. He's spread. sprout stick. Yeah, I don't know whether he was very impressed with you suggesting it was a sprout stick. Oh dear, oh dear. But yeah, it was. I can't remember what he said it was made of. I know it's wood. Um, not rosewood. Was it rosewood or no? I can't remember. He's evidently threatening to send me some other sticks. I did request that he sent them straight. Good evening, Andrew, all the way from that there Croatia. Good evening, sir. I hope you are well. Limby saying, hi, Cynthia and Steve. Everyone loves my stick. I have some more. I can make it. It's an ash tree. Ash. Or you got an ash tree, or do you mean it's an ash tree? I don't know. I've never heard of an ash tree. Oh dear. Yeah, I think he does, Andrew. Oh dear. Ian's now thinking, what are you all on about? What's this Kerry saying? Ian McCagan, I cured my plantar what's it through lockdown by barefoot walking around the house and the garden. It strengthens the muscles. They are, Ian, an instant cure. An ash tree. We'd already worked that one out, mate. You know, with Andrew Norris and me here in the house, we can suss these things out. It's like a code for you. I know what it is. Lynn B. What's that? Hi, Kerry. Nice to see you been on a. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I need a sip. My throat is very dry. Good evening. Probably not the best thing to be drinking, actually. It is so hot. Just above me is a Velux window, and I did have the blind down, the window open a little bit, but I've had to put the blind back up so you can see this wonderful person sitting here. It comes back from digging and standing on ladders. Can I suggest two things, Ian? You don't do any digging and you don't stand on ladders. Oh dear. Look at the comments going through. This is wonderful. Everybody's chatting to each other. Don't forget I'm here. Oh dear. Mr. Closer, I know what you mean, Kevin. My throat is very dry. Have a sip. Have a sip of something. Bernie's in the house, popping in and out tonight, but evening all. KESR 50th anniversary of reopening has been a great success. Excellent. Bernie, as I'm not a huge knowledge of railways and stuff like that, I've got no idea what you're talking about. No idea at all. Retire. You're a man of wealth. It must be true because you told me. Thumbs up, everyone. What for? What are we giving thumbs? Oh, yes, please. I forgot. Thumbs up for what? Kent and East Surrey Railway. Oh, thank you. Hello, what's that just popped up? Somebody looking back at memories. What? Go away. You're covering up my live chat. What's that all about? Why do these random things pop up on your computer? I've got no idea. What's this? Andrew saying, and more congratulations and apologies. Yes, well done, Bernie. It's people like you that keep these things going, like the guys up at Crich in the Peak District, with all the trams and things like that. But, you know, they're very important that they, you know, they're kept for generations to come, so people can see what forms of transport were around. I can vaguely remember the weird old buses we used to have. Aldershot District, or as the locals from Fernhurst used to call it, Cynthia may remember this, it was called Have a Shot and Risk It. Kev, we are going near. There's a heart right in the way of whatever you put soon. Okay. Oh, KESR. Oh, okay. Yes. Steve and I are going away. Steve insisted, and I fought hard against this. Steve insisted that he took me away in June. And the only reason for that is because his wife's going to America, Laura's going to America, and he needed company. So he insisted that we went away for 4 days. So we're going down to Kent. A bromance, yeah, sort of. It's been a bromance that's been bubbling up for 35 years or so. So he's dragging me all the way down to Kent, and he's insisting on the way down we have a game of golf. I know, Andrew, it spoils a good walk. Okay, before you say anything. But then Steve's got lots of things planned for us to go out. We're going to do some walks. We're going to visit different places. Hopefully get a few videos, which will be wonderful. And then on the way back, he's really insisted that we have another game of golf. So I relented. After great thought, I relented. I couldn't let him down. Andrew said, "It do, Kevin, it do." But I am going to try and take what they call it, a handlebar clamp with me, and fix my GoPro to the trolley handle, and go and see what happens. Andrew does not love golf. He really. I'd love to take Andrew on a golf course and see. I could do with a caddy. I've actually tried to with Steve and I when we play, and I'm playing with Steve I'm going to rephrase that. I'm playing golf with Steve this Friday coming, which will be the first time I've played in 8-9 months. Because the wildlife is quite varied near Alton, where Steve is a member at the golf club. We have tried to get Cynthia to come out with us, and I said, "Well, look, if you come out for a wander round, you could be my caddy." And it didn't go down very well. So I said, "If I got a buggy, you could drive it." Well, I'm not even sure that's a good idea either. But there we go. Anyway, let's have a look. September, what is, Steve? Please let me know. Kent is lovely. Oh, yeah, I've been to Kent a couple of times. And to find some oast houses, that would be brilliant. But that might be in the itinerary that Steve's got planned for us. I don't know. When you last played golf? Oh, last September. 10 months ago. Good grief. I won't know which end of the golf club to hold. I can assure you, Andrew, I cannot imagine Cynthia would even ever set foot on a golf course. She wouldn't know which club to give me anyway. I'd have to keep asking for the right one. But there. When I last played last September. Crikey. Watch out on the opposite fairways then, eh? Golf's a rich man's sport. I'll tell you something now. Steve and I used to be a member at Cowdrey Park Golf Club in Midhurst. We left, I don't know, 12, 15 years ago. Then it was £1,000 a year to be a member. When I was working at my son's place doing some decorating, I got talking to a guy that lives opposite. He's now a member at the same golf club. It's now £2,000 a year just to be a member. It's, I think, if you're joining for the first time, it's £1,500 joining fee plus your membership on top. So that's £3,500 for a year as a first-time member. The green fees have been put up from £65 to £95 in one jump. And that to me is obscene, absolutely obscene. Um, Needless to say, I won't be playing golf at Cowdrey Park Golf Club again, which is a shame because I love the course. It's fantastic. But anyway, let's try and catch up on some of these messages. Um, Lynn and Kai loves cricket. Yeah, they do. And Cynthia said she won't. Get Cynthia on the pitch and pitch and putt. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll take, what's that one? There's the one down at, I think there's one down at Bognor, isn't there? No, yeah, that's the sort of thing would happen. Is you take someone down there for the first time and they hit the ball, it goes in the hole. The closest I've come to a hole in one is about that, about 2 inches away. Cynthia couldn't keep up with us. Steve, that's absolutely right. We'd be looking for her all the time, wouldn't we? Because she'd be taking photographs of everything. Robert Crazen, club and green fees up here are extortion. It's crazy money now, Robert. It's pushing people like Steve, myself, and that out of the some of these golf courses. It's crazy. It's a shame. That counts you out, Rob. Yeah. So I saw something on with you, Benfield Valley too. Who did? Oh, Lynn did. Oh, hang on. I need some of this. What's this? Oh, that's nice, Gene. Oh, where's Ron? Hey? Oh, I missed something out here. At Sainsbury, they had an advert for walking cricket. Walking cricket? Not sure how that works. No, nor do I. I can see why walking between the wickets, but fielding trickier. If it was a big cricket field and the boundaries were long, and you're walking after a ball that's gone to the boundary, it could take 3 or 4 minutes to walk to the boundary, pick up the ball and throw it back into the bowler, and then walk back to your position again. That would take a weekend for one game. I used to like playing cricket when I left school back in the day. Ian McCagan, Bognor only has a crazy... Oh, is that right? What? 18 quid? Good grief. Robert Croser says, I'm far too tight. Rob, I can't imagine that. Think of the round of drinks you've got to buy in July. It's only 28 people, 30 people, something like that. So what we got? 20 people. We got 20 people, 9 thumbs up. As Lynn said just now, thumbs up, please. And I should get on to... Actually, let me just mention one thing. Alison O'Brien. Good evening, Alison O'Brien. Actually, Alison, you've been in before. Did I ask you where you're from? Because I think I know an Alison O'Brien that used to live in Hazelmere years ago. Send autographs at £3 a pop. Well, if you get Andrew Norris's, mine, Cynthia's, Steve's, Lynn's, Tracy's, Andrew's, Jean's, then we're all going to be getting £3, worth every penny. Oh, she's in East Grinstead. Okay, thank you for confirming that. Thank you. Just want to mention something. I said this right at the start. You have people that admins or moderators on here. Cynthia and Steve are admins to Kevin's Rambles group. And when I was preparing for tonight, I sent Cynthia, my admin, about 7 or 8 messages, comment, on a chat, asking if I should do this and should I mention that? Should I set the intro up on the group that Lara created for me? So I asked all these questions, and I kept saying, "You've got 8 minutes to go before I have to start the intro." Nothing, no reply. You've got 5 minutes to go to start the intro, and then it came to 3 minutes for it, and I went, too late. And I'm thinking, don't bother. Don't bother answering. What's the point of having an admin that can give you advice and you get nothing back? Does anybody want a job? Does anybody want a job? Oh dear. You've got to have these people, of course, but I thought Lynn was asking for the job then. Right, let me tick that one off. Just a minute. Oh, we've got a resignation. Hang on, I can't even say that. A resignation in the in the, in the admin team. And these are two of my best friends that are abandoning ship. Oh dear, oh dear. It's shocking behaviour. Oh dear. Look, there's Lynn saying you can't. You two. My fault. Cynthia was sending me nice photos of the walk. What do you? I beg your pardon. Cynthia and I today. You may have seen the photographs I put up on the group. We were on our allotment today. Oh my God, it was hot. I'm in direct sunlight all day long. And mine was to create another frame for another row of thornless blackberries, which our friend Mr. Musco is going to give us at some point. So I was having to dig post holes and get them fixed in and get the rails, getting it all up to level. Cynthia had sorted out the greenhouse with the tomatoes and cucumbers. But it was just so hot. I think it hit 21 degrees or something while we're down there. But luckily we've got a big parasol above a little seating area, which we were able to have a little bit of a break from time to time. But it was great getting the work done. A lot was achieved today. So it was wonderful, wonderful. I just love being down there. Yesterday I was there yesterday afternoon and I was doing some digging and there was this robin kept coming along and I was unearthed an ant's nest and the robin was having a field day. He was just filling his boots or his stomach and going off back and home. It was brilliant. So he literally came up to within, I don't know, 6 inches of me at one point. Brilliant. Linda, I think the robins are very special. And I think they say that, isn't it, that if you've got a robin there with you or something, that someone's watching over you, which is great. Love it. Let me just, I'm missing out on something here. Saw the photos, look lovely. I also saw the video of the walk. It was so nice. Thank you very much, Lynn. I will talk about the walk in a little while, actually. It was really enjoyable, ambling walk, and looking forward to Petworth. Thank you. Do you want any... Now I see what they've been talking about. Do you want any weed seed? Oh, brilliant. Oh, Ian, mate, that is just brilliant. Oh, dear. Good evening, Clive. Greetings from Norfolk. Someone's on holiday. That sounds very nice. I hope you've had as good a weather what we've had. Ian, I'll let Cynthia answer that question. Oh dear, that's brilliant. Oh, excellent. Yeah. Lynn said, I think the notice should say dogs on leads. It says dogs off leads in the deer park. Yes, it should say dogs on lead, I think. The video of Ambly Walk was fab, except the spinning. Sorry, Kerry, I did put the warning up. I had to shut my eyes and made me giddy. What it was, Kerry, I've got a little loop that goes around my hand, and it had got twisted up. And I had planned to do just a walk, as you saw on some of it, just a walk through with the camera, just about the tops of the daisies. or buttercups, whatever they were. But I let go of it, and it literally just started spinning, and then it would unwind itself and go the other way. And I actually thought, that might be quite good effect if, as long as I put a warning up so that people knew what was coming up. So I watched it back on my TV today, and I was really pleased with the effect. But I'm very sorry if it made you feel a bit giddy. But it was beautiful. Yeah. Laura might want to walk. Can I get? Yeah. On Friday, Steve, Laura, Cynthia, and myself, we met up with Lynn and Rich in where they live, down on the coast. Oh dear, I can't remember where you live. It begins with L. Lancing. That's the place. Well done, Steve. I was just checking to make sure everybody else was paying attention. It's lovely, bit breezy, but what a lovely walk. Was you there as well, G? Brilliant. We had a lovely walk along the beach huts. Wandered down onto the pebbles, which was a bit hard on the feet, but it was lovely. It was really, really nice, and so glad we went. Clive's saying warm and sunny, but sounds like it's been hard to in West Sussex. Drizzle forecast for the north of tomorrow. It was very warm. Yeah, 21 degrees, Clive. So, and I mean, it's just been wall-to-wall sunshine all day long. And as I glanced out the window, still is. So, yeah. But I think they said it's going to be quite a warm night tonight, which I don't like. Hello, Jean. Queen of Maps is in the house. Let me just go on to the thing about walks, if I may. Last month's walk, it sounds weird saying last month, was Amberley, as you may have all seen from the videos and photographs that have been posted up on the group. It's a walk that I've been wanting to do for a long time, as Steve and Cynthia know. And I have to say, it couldn't have been better. There was, I think, 14 of us, I think. And then, Kai was there. It was just lovely. It had everything you could wish for. Lovely walk along. And I kept saying the River Avon. It was the River Arun. And yet nobody picked me up on it, which was brilliant in the video. And I think twice I said it. The River Avon. We were nowhere near the River Avon, I don't think. But we had the river, we had the swans, we had the cygnets, we had the meadows, the water meadows, which was very wet. And Jean didn't warn us about that at all. We had a railway crossing, and I did the proper thing: look right, look left, look right again, and crossed over very safely. And we had a castle. We had thatched cottages in Amberley. It was just beautiful. The weather was great. There was the usual banter, chatting away to people, different, and it's lovely when there's a bigger number, but when you've got about 14, 15 people, everybody can talk to everybody at different stages, and that's what we did. In the first part of the walk, I was talking to Elaine, which was lovely, and I spoke to Ron. But of course, the ones that weren't able to come, Angela, actually, we think she parked in a car park in Arundel. She loves missing the car, but she couldn't come on a walk anyway. I was just teasing. But there was a couple of styles which had been brilliant for Angela. At the car park, before we started out, I said who was on a walk, and I said, Jean, Queen of Maps, is leading the walk. And if you watch the video, just look at Jean's face as if to say, am I? It's just brilliant. And then I quite rightly said it was going to be led by Jean and Cynthia, so it worked out very well. And Bob paid, as usual, had his map with him, which is very useful. We had Tony there with his phone. He had it all planned out there as well. Oh dear. Let's have a quick look at the messages. Woman Hampshire, yeah. Yes, we were. We'll be careful. We'll have to. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. With a dog on the lead. Um, the plants are lovely, aren't they, Ginger? Yes, they are. We are so lucky to have shingle habitat, have we? But you know what you're talking about, and I don't, because I'm not keeping up. The pink ladies. That was very well pointed out, actually, Ian. They were both in pink. So all we had to do was make sure that at least one of the people in pink was in front all the time. We get lost without Jean. Lynn, I have to correct you. We never get lost. We might take the wrong turn occasionally, but we never ever get lost. Yes, that's right. I'm glad you had a nice time up there, Andrew. Kevin's in pink tonight. I know. Doesn't it suit me? One of my golfing polo shirts, just for those money-rich people from the south. Nobody seems to have heard of a compass down there. We do not need a compass when we've got Jean, because there's always a map in Jean's rucksack. Only misplaced. Yeah. But Amberley was brilliant. The tea rooms was lovely. I have never seen such big slices of cake in all my life. When the first one came out and taken to another table, I said to some of the others, I said, "My God, look at the size of that piece of cake. Seriously, you could have cut it into three and still had a decent slice each." But yeah, just one massive slice of cake. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. I've got a little bit of reflux tonight for the wine. In pink, and I'm going on a bro Yeah. I'm not sure I'll take this one with me. Yeah. Yeah, so Amberley was great. Really was good. And a very big success, I thought. June's Walk. Hang on a minute. That's done. June's Walk is now in Petworth. Kevin's Rambles walks have been going for, he says, trying to think, over 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years. Cynthia will correct me quite, as she normally does. And that was the very first walk we did. Now, pretty much everybody that comes on the walks now, apart from Steve and Laura, have not been on Kevin's Rambles walk at Petworth Park. So we thought it would be a good idea to go back there to do the walk for everybody else that hasn't been there. It's quite a long walk round. There are different walks. There are some hills in the park, but there are options to miss out the climbs and what have you. Hang on, here we go. Look, the first walk at Petworth was August 2021. So a couple of months away from 3 years. So yeah, 2021. Oh my gosh, it doesn't seem possible that we've managed to keep this going for that long. But yeah, Steve says, wow, 2021. I was really guessing at 3 years when I said 3 years. I thought perhaps 2.5. But so, that's brilliant that we've been able to do that. The numbers have changed, the numbers have grown. I think when we went to Petworth Park, there may have been 12 of us. But all we need is the weather. There is going to be lots to see there, obviously, as Lynn and Cynthia mentioned earlier on about the deer. There are herds of deer in there. And there's the lakes, there's the back of the house, and there's all sorts of things there. So it'd be a lovely walk. There is a folly there as well, which we went up to in 2021. If there's a footpath there, we can still go there. So yeah, that should be a lovely, lovely walk. Cynthia's already put the information up on the Kevin's Rambles group, so keep your eye on that. So you get all the information you need from that. Let me just have a quick look at Are you going up? No, Jean, you're not allowed to go up there because anybody that knows me, if there's a staircase, I'll go up it. Clive's saying you'll find us all doing the Petworth walk. Oi, very good, Clive, and I look forward to seeing you there. The folly is so cool, and not many folks go up that way. Oh, Jean, which folly are you talking about? Are you talking about the folly that's ah Steve, Cynthia? What's the name of that little place, the little hamlet we went through? There's a folly right on top of the hill, right at the back of the park. But there's another one, probably closer to Tillington than Upperton. Thank you, Jean. Yeah, I'm not on about that one. Fittleworth. Why were you in Fittleworth? That's Tracy. Up Park. No, not near Up Park. Upperton is the right word. Yeah, there's a very tall folly there, which is privately owned and lived in. Going on camera is a bit of a folly. Yep, absolutely. I got lost Saturday. No, this one, Jean, is probably more to the closer to Tillington than the Upperton one. So yes, there's lots and lots to see there. So that's the June walk. I can't remember the date. Cynthia will put it up on there any moment now. If there's anybody else wants to give us a thumbs up, please do. 22 watching, which is wonderful. Thank you. July walk. Let me refer that. Rephrase that. July walk. Guided, led, map read by Andrew Norris. Just like the one last year. Guided, led, and map read by Andrew Norris. Fell to Charleston. It's a fairly straightforward. The June walk is the 30th. Thank you very much, Cynthia. Admin's working well tonight. July walk is the 28th of July. So it's a walk from Firle to Charleston. And when we get there, there's a band going to be playing and we'll all be dancing the Charleston. So Mr. Norris told me. But we're going to have a look around some gardens there, I believe. There's a cafe where we can stop, have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and slice of cake. I'm still going to resign. Okay, I'll accept your resignation letter. And I won't accept it. You can email it to me. Whether I'll accept it or not is another thing. I need a rubbish bin here somewhere, but I haven't got one. So yeah, really looking forward to that. There's obviously going to be the usual crowd turning up for His Highness Mr. Norris as he comes over, which will be great. Rob's coming down from up there. I'm actually away the last week of July on the Saturday, leaving on Saturday, coming back on the Thursday. Bringing my cousin Sue back. She wants to come on the walk to Firle, which would be lovely. She wants to meet everybody. She don't want to meet me because she knows me. She wants to meet Mr. Norris, Mr. Croser, and a few others. So that'd be lovely. She has been down once before, I think, last year when we did the Billy Trail walk. So that'd be lovely. If there's anything else about the Firle walk that we need to know, Andrew, please let us know, whether it be on here or on the group. That would be wonderful. After the walk, we are going to the Green Man pub. Oh, another northerner. Well, from the East Midlands. Is that northerner? I don't know. You'll talk strange anyway, but there you go. So yeah, so as I say, just be aware that the July walk starts at 10:30. Yes, thank you. I was going to mention that. I'll just put that on my notes to mention 10:30 start. I don't think so. If the weather is not good, maybe bring two plastic bags. Yes, Lynn, meet at 10 for a 10:30 start. Yeah, that's true, Gene. Yeah. Anything north of Watford Gap or past the Watford Gap is north. Mr. Crows, Steve said, Mr. Crows, we will be up north when you are down south. Passports again, passports. Yeah, sadly, Steve and Laura are, well, not sadly, they're going on holiday, but sadly, they can't come on the walk. Well, they can always come back for one night, can't they? So, yeah, so that's the July walk. Green Man Pub, incredibly, as it is quite often with the July walk and the Christmas one, the numbers just get filled up straight away. I think I'm right in saying the the, the the numbers, the 30, the maximum we could get in 30 was gone in one evening. I think that's right. Where are we going this time, Steve? Where are you going? He's going up north, up in the Yorkshire places. I'll let Steve tell you, but he's going to Yorkshire. So that's the July walk. Now then, this is where it gets a bit more interesting. In August, there's a walk being led by, does the pub? No, they haven't asked for one, Andrew. If they don't ask, we're not going to offer. The meal was fully booked in one evening. There you go. Andrew, you see the popularity of what you've done here. This is all your fault. Yes, a walk in August is being led by Mr. Suggett. Again, Cynthia will give us the date for that. It's the last Sunday of August. I'm guessing we'll be meeting at 10:30 for an 11 o'clock start. I have had a message from him this evening saying that a part of it, I don't know exactly how big a part, but he said a small part will actually be walking through Littlehampton itself because of the historical interest he's found there. And that'd be great. I will try and find out for someone like Lynn that's got Kai how far exactly a small part is, because obviously Lynn would have to put Kai on the lead, but hopefully that will still be. What's this? I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the message as well. Does the public quite know? It doesn't. Places on the Kevin's Rambles July walk are rumoured to be almost as sought after as Glastonbury tickets. That is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. If we could book a place like Glastonbury, I'm sure with Steve's band playing, we could fill the fields. It'd just be ground sheets and tents. There wouldn't be a stage or anything. Just have to play from the boot of his car. But yeah, so that's as I say, that is the July walk. August the 25th. If that's the last Sunday in August, Gene, then that's when it'll be. So that's the walk in August. Littlehampton area is all I can say. I don't know anything more about it than that. And then in September, somebody has volunteered called Lynn B. Oh, blowy. Did that happen to anybody else? There must have been, I don't know, 10 or 12 comments jumped up in one go. How did that happen? Anyway, just a second. Just bear with, please. August 25th. I've got that one. Yeah. He'll be fine. It's not too far. Okay, brilliant, Lynn. Sounds interesting. Yes, it does. Andrew Norris said, yes, of course, we'll post the menu on Kevin's page. Yes, brilliant. We should all go and watch Steve sometime when he's playing his band. Lynn, that's a really good idea. Steve needs to keep us updated, actually, privately, perhaps. And then we can let people know that might be interested. Or it could go up on a group, I suppose. But yeah. What the menu, Tracy? Hang on, what's this? Tracy said that sounds interesting. Yeah. They don't have an online menu, but I will be posting about the available roasts. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, Cynthia. Do you ever do an outdoor event? I'm going to let that all go bye-bye. As I was saying, someone called Lynn B has volunteered to do a walk in September. Again, admin will post the date. um, uh, and that is going to be in Lynn's area of Lancing somewhere. She has got an idea. She has briefly told me. Jean's straight in there with the dates. She must have a calendar open in front of her as well as a map. Oh dear. So Lynn's got this idea of a walk. She will keep Cynthia updated. A diary. Yeah, they're useful, aren't they? She will keep Cynthia updated with all the information about the walk. But what we want to try and do, we want to try and get these. We've got the dates, and we've got a rough idea of where the walks are going to be. Or possibly Guildford. Depends whether you think my suggestion will be suitable. Lots of ups and downs. I personally, I think it sounds okay. You ran a. Good evening, John. Nice of you to join in. You ran an idea, the brief details of the walk past us on Friday. Personally, I think it sounds all right. Yes, you told us about a plan B. Lynn, come up with both ideas. Message Cynthia or me or whatever, and Cynthia, Steve, and myself can have a look at it and come up with an answer. We've got a couple of 3 months, so. But I thought the first one you suggested down your way sounded okay. But get together the other one, and we'll have a look at it. Fiona's in the house. Good evening, Fiona. How are you? I hope you're well. Have you seen today's video? It was really good. There was lots and lots of comments, but the trouble is I couldn't reply to them straight away because I was on the allotment and I had no Wi-Fi, no 4G, absolutely nothing. It was hopeless. Anyway, that's all the notes that I've got written down here. I don't know if Steve and Cynthia's got anything they want to mention. I may need a lift from Phil to the Green Man, a bit far to walk. That, Gene, that's fine. We can sort that out. Oh, okay, there you go. You've got a lift already. Because I'm going to probably have, I'm going to have a full car. Mr. Croser, I believe, is staying with young Mr. Ian. Ian's going to bring Rob here to my place. And between him arriving, I've got to go to Hazelmere, pick up Cynthia, Sue's going to already be here. Oh, God help. We will make sure everyone gets there. Of course we will. Fiona, yes, Dean's talking about doing the next walk. Oh, is he? Okay, that's cool. Let me see. I'm in his coal shed. You're in his back conservatory. It's about, you might have your feet in the sitting room, but apart from that, you'll fit in there fine. There's even a nice little log burner. If you get cold, you can light that up. So you'll be fine. Oh dear. That would be funny, wouldn't it? But you've got to make sure that his cat gets plenty of water during the night. So you have to go up to the bathroom, turn the tap on very slowly so that the cat can drink out the tap. There you go. Tent, Rob. That's not a bad idea. Andrew camps in the back of Kim Murden's house because Andrew likes camping. So that's what Rob could do. If Bonnie comes, she can get a lift with us at 2, unless David's coming with his car. Anyway, don't worry, you have a lift with us. There you go, see? Everybody will be catered for. Heard they provide oxygen beyond the what forget. Gonna need it. Absolutely. I like roughing it a bit. Yeah. I can't imagine you, Andrew, roughing it at all. I bet you've really got one of these fancy tents that like these pods you can clip together. So you'd have your dressing room, then the next pod would be your shower room, then the next pod would be like your bedroom. Has anybody ever seen these pods that you can have them whatever size how big you want them? And I think they're arched or something. You can have it as a one pod, literally, sleep and everything in one pod, and then you can connect the next one up, and you can almost make them any shape you want. So it's fantastic. So you can house a whole family. What's this? Does a cat like we? Yeah, he's got a poorly cat. So he has to make sure it has plenty of water, but he only likes to drink out the tap. Oh dear! Can you imagine it? That's why Ian's not coming on a walk, because he's going to be away from the house for too long. And if you don't turn the tap on, actually, Ian, what you could do is just turn the tap on enough so it's just dripping all day long, so the cat can keep drinking. Then you can come on the walk. There you go. Problem solved. That's why, Rob. That's why he mentioned just now about the weed seeds, because his cat weeds on the seeds all the time, and we end up with them on the allotment. Fiona will you tell him to bloody smiling? Fiona, you and oh gosh, Cynthia, who was the other woman that suggested that I started doing these walks? Fiona was one. Can't think of her name. Jay, thank you. It was Fiona and Jay back in 2021. I can't remember. It was on a comment or something on Facebook that said, Kevin, what you ought to do is start doing walks. And I sort of ummed and ahed about it, and then spoke to Steve and Cynthia, and we thought, you know what, let's give it a go. So it's thanks to Fiona and Jay that these walks are now the way they are, nearly 3 years down the line, and so popular. And we're so lucky, and I say this all the time, we're so lucky to have such very, very loyal people that turn up on a very regular basis, apart from Andrew and Rob, of course. They just turn up a couple of times a year, just to show willing. Actually, I think Andrew's been over. He came over in February, didn't he? So he's making a real effort compared to Mr. Croser. Oh dear. So yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So yes, thanks to as I say, thanks to Jay and Fiona, these all started. And you know, where they can continue to keep going? I hope so. Rob Croser, I'll come over more, but £2,000 a it's cheap in the south. What you talking about? Well, if you come down regularly, we'll bunk up with Ian. Well, no, hang on. He's got a spare room now. He's redecorated it because he kept asking me for information about how should I do this, Kevin. It's in Ringmer Road, Gene. If I remember rightly, Ringmer Road. Rob, the place that you stayed in was it last year? In that annex. She's actually not renting that out anymore. Yeah, rephrase that. Yeah, she's decided not to rent it out. I think that's a wasted opportunity personally, but that's entirely up to her. Um, but she's very much into. She loves her painting and art, and she's got her easel and paints and everything in there. Um, so she enjoys that. It would be great actually if she could come on the. Oh no, she can't because the numbers are. What am I on about? Because she would spend all day talking to Andrew about art. Um, through the village of Ringmer on the way north. Is it? Okay, take your word for it, Kerry. Thank you. The police have a free cell for the northerner. Yeah. Found a couple of Jim's pics in there. In there almost. Oh, did you? That's like a calling card for him. Was it a black one? Were they black? Because at the moment he's using green ones. But he's got a new venture going on at the moment to do with. Oh no, green. Oh, okay. He's his band Sumer, Sumer. They're still waiting to get their second album finished. It's just some vocals that they're waiting for. So he's two of the other band members and he are doing a project on their own. They haven't come up with a proper name yet. They have come up with a name, but I'm not going to tell you what that is on here. Steve and Cynthia know what it is, but no, I won't. I won't say that. I'm assuming it's the same style of music, sort of prog metal. But I keep asking James to, because he did that one piece of music when he came back from New Zealand, and it was about his stay over there, I think. And he has said that he's going to write some more music for my YouTube videos. I'm still waiting. Perhaps he's waiting for a check for the first one. But we'll see what he comes up with. Let's have a quick look at these comments. Found dog ends in a certain pedigree as well. Oh, did you? Found dog ends of a certain pedigree. Right, okay, yeah. That wouldn't surprise me one bit, I'll tell you. Wouldn't surprise me. But anybody that's a musician, I'd love to have a photograph of the guitar a friend of my son, Simon Bailey, built my son a one-off guitar, and it's absolutely stunning. Beautiful workmanship. James was able to choose. All English woods have been used. So Simon and James, I think they went off somewhere, and they chose the woods, and Simon created this. That guitar he built. Wow. Rob, have you seen a photograph of it? Simon Bailey. I can't remember what his company's called now, but this is just a pure one-off guitar. If it's stolen, you never get another one again like it. The workmanship is stunning. I will try and find a photograph of it, and I will ask permission from James if I can post it to the group. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful guitar. And if anybody knows anything about guitars, the first, what my son calls a proper guitar, was a PRS, Paul Reed Smith guitar. And that was dark blue, and in the fret it had inlays of birds going up it. Again, beautiful guitar, very expensive, upwards of £3,000. He's had the Fender Stratocasters and stuff like that when he was first starting out. But his two prides of joy are the PRS and this one that Simon made for him. But absolutely. Indeed, you spoke to the Luther. That's the one. Yes, indeed. You've got that absolutely right. That is Luthier, Luthier, Luthier. I think that's right. Is it how you pronounce it? I don't know. These great big long words of more than 6 letters really dumbfound me. Even that one there, Pedigeeee, dog food. Oh, actually, what I should have here is a bottle of squash because this is drying me up even more. So let's have a look. What we've got? Is that it? I'm right down the bottom of the comments. Obviously, people have run out of things to say to each other. Oh, look at the time. It's 9 o'clock. Good grief! When you've got a lot of waffle going on. But have I finished with everything? Yeah, I've finished with everything. Hang on. Ringer Lucas 651. Kevin, what do you think about the new houses being built down Esbourne Street? Not a lot, to be honest. Esbourne Street. Is that where the school is? I don't really know a lot about it, Luca, to be honest. It's no. It's not something I really want to get into, Luca, if you don't mind, on here. It's the same everywhere, isn't it? There's lots and lots of building going on. It's just too much, really. But yeah, Luca, have you been sitting in the background all night? And it's the first comment you've put. Luca, are you the young lad that came and introduced himself to me when I was picking up my grandson from school? Because that was very kind of you to come up and say hello. That's the one. Luca, at some point, look me up on Facebook, send me a private message, because you mentioned something about bell ringing. And if you want to take me to the church and in Bidders and show me the bell rules and everything else, I would love to do that and video it. So keep in touch. Right, let's have a look. See what. Hang on, what have I missed? I'm going to say goodnight. Oh, good night, Lynn. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Good night. Everybody say good night. Get Richard's supper. Get Richard's supper. Okay, yeah. He gets a bit peckish from time to time. Yeah, Luca, as I say, keep in touch. Send me a friend's request if you want to. I will do that, and we'll have arrange something. That'd be really good. Good night, Andrew. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it, my friend. But it looks like people are beginning to drift off a little bit. Sort those potatoes out, Andrew. There's loads of them. I'm off to. Good night, and Tracy. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, well, look, people are drifting off now. Jean's going as well. Alison's going. Thank you, Alison. So look, we are now 3 minutes past 9. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll leave it there, just over an hour, which is half an hour less than last time. And I'm actually getting a bit hot here, to be honest. They're all going. Good night, Clive. Look forward to seeing you at the end of the month. Good evening. Good night, Bernie. That's fine. Absolutely fine, Bernie. So anyway, okay, everybody. Thanks very much for joining in tonight. Really appreciate your time. The next one will be the first month. No, it won't. It'll be the first Sunday of next month. Good night, Fiona. Good night, Bernie. Good night, all. Good night, all. And I will say good night, all. Thanks very much. Bye-bye and take care. Bye. My hand disappeared then. Where did it go? Where's it gone? Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Where's it? I ought to have a puppet on my hand, didn't I? Goodbye. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye. Oh, dear. Puppet on my hand. Oh, dear.